These days I'm gonna stop procrastinating. Not today. So if anyone wants an update on the kitty is adjusting. She's getting gradually more social. She's starting to explore a little bit more. She is no longer keeping me up until 3 a.m. So that's improvement. But regardless, thank you everybody for asking after me. There was supposed to be a lot happening in the last couple of weeks. I was supposed to be going on a trip, visiting my parents, but then, you know, things happened. Mom got COVID. She's fine. Everyone's fine. It's just, there were a lot of complications, and at this point, you guys just know that when I need a break, I will take a break. You guys are usually super cool and accepting about that because you're awesome. Thank you. So, for those of you who know, and for those of you who don't, my name is TK. I am a writer, a voice actress, and your resident lunatic. And today we are watching episode 2 of Good Omens. And I glossed over this in my last episode, but I really don't like watching or reading stuff about the end of the world because a subject like the end of the world is always pertinent, no matter what time period you're in. Whether it's satire, whether it's, you know, dystopian fiction, if someone really applies themselves or makes a really good dystopia, they can always make it pertinent to the time period that they live in. And as time progresses and as things get worse or better, you can always feasibly see how people will react to the encroaching end, no matter what time period or what universe it is. And I tell you when I noticed this. I was about 9-10 years old when the game Majora's Mask came out. It was a Legend of Zelda game. If you don't know what the game is about, even though most people do, it is a game where you have 3 days to save the world from the moon falling on it and ending everything. You can go back whenever you want, but as each day progresses, the NPCs in the game, their reactions change according to how close the moon is, people who want to find shelter, people who are just accepting that it's the end, people who were already okay with dying in the first place. I'm not a terribly fatalistic person. Well, actually, that's not true. I actually can be quite a fatalistic person, and that's why I don't like watching stuff about the end of the world, because sometimes it sort of gets to me. Because like in the game Majora's Mask, throughout the game, you see these people who start out brave and become cowards. People who start out cowardly, but eventually just accept what's about to happen. But there is no way, unless you stop the apocalypse, for it to end happily. And that sometimes is just a little too realistic for my delicate palate. Good Omens, however, seems to be handling this a little bit differently. Both of the main characters come from factions who wanted this to happen the whole time. So it's basically, what is waiting beyond the end? Does anybody really want to put up with that? Because according to Aziraphale and Crowley, it seems like without the human world, things are gonna be kind of boring. I see this a lot in like JRPGs, where the gods are often very stuck in their ways and can only have their minds changed by what is essentially the human spirit, which is something that is ever changing because humans live for a much shorter and much more finite amount of time. One of the reasons Crowley and Aziraphale don't want the apocalypse to happen is because they've quite fallen in love with the human world. According to what I saw on the show, now it might be different in the book, they are the first demon and angel to actually have met humans and spoken to them. And during that whole time, since the beginning of humanity's time, they have been watching and observing and enjoying parts of the human experience that perhaps their superiors and other demons and angels either don't have time for, don't like, or just don't care about. I find it to be a very interesting concept because you have these creatures who are immortal, timeless, what have you, and see humans as kind of these silly little easily influenced creatures, but they still acknowledge that they're capable of something far more interesting than they are. Now, I've only watched one episode of this, but I said this in the last episode, is that this very much seems to be about the general silliness of existence. In short, a human is gonna human. Whether they be cruel, kind, smart, stupid, they're gonna do what humans do, which is be human. And I don't quite know what that means in this story yet. In this particular story, it doesn't seem like humans are especially good or bad or anything else but kind of silly little decision makers. You know what I mean? I'll watch more of it and see if I can expound upon that, but who knows? Maybe by the end of the series, I'll have a bit more to say about it. Now, with that being said, let us put on our headphones and commence with the drama. Oh, this is very interesting music. The aspect ratio on this is actually very interesting. The fact that it's so widescreen. Soho, London on Thursday. Let's do a little too fast, but it's fine. Okay, and this is Zero Fail's bookshop. Yeah. I forgot who he played in, I almost said Five Guys. What's that? Mad Men. Not Five Guys. Oh,
one of your material objects.
Books.
Books. Let us discuss my purchase in a private place, because I am buying,
Pornography?
No.
pornography.
That's
Gabriel,
not.
come into my back room.
They can't.
Human
they-
beings are
this-
so simple. And so
Yeah, see,
easily
that's what I was
fooled.
saying earlier.
Yes.
Okay, hang on. Pause. He says human beings are so simple, and then lays down a very large book that looks very not simple at all. So I'm gonna go back to a minute, and let me see that again.
Human beings are so simple. And so easily fooled.
Household management. Yeah, that's what I thought. Which sounds like something that would be simple, but it's apparently incredibly complicated because of its big,
Sodom and Gomorrah.
the big thick book.
You were doing a lot of smiting and turning people into salt.
Lot and his daughters, I
Evil.
believe, is that's the story.
Oh, that'll be the Jeffrey Archer books, I'm afraid.
Well, all going according to the divine plan. How
Ah,
harm has been
yes.
set loose and
God's
forces and apocalypse are
plan,
being
as
seen.
very
Death,
loosely referred to in
pollution,
every
famine,
sermon I have
war.
ever heard on a Sunday morning.
You can't have a war without war.
Sandalfund, that is very good. You
It's
can't
not.
have a war without war?
Why does Michael
No
remind me of the
problem. How does
boss
the hell
from
help?
Office Space? Oh, that's Gabriel, not Michael. My bad. The Mona Lisa in the background's a good touch. Nothing in the show is by accident.
Do you know what's in your fridge?
Morning, Crowley.
Yeah, great kid. Takes after his dad.
Ah, the fallen. Never forget that.
And Carly's like,
Forget.
fun.
I didn't mean to fool.
Oh.
I just hung around the wrong people.
I mean, that's what they all say. I mean, I could also say the same thing.
But he works for the International Express Company.
Of course he does.
First delivery
Because how else
in
would
a
you
former war
make
zone.
deliveries like that? I mean, these days it probably wouldn't be
Sometimes
a mail truck.
People get
but,
tired
you
of
know.
fighting. And
This was
pain
written in
and death.
1990.
Excuse me, who are you?
Hot.
Carmine Zingerber.
Carmine
War
Zingerber.
correspondent?
Like the rifles? I'm guessing she's war. Yep. War.
Oh, you sweet thing.
Why is she hot, though? Come on, man! Oh, there they go.
Time and sometimes people.
Mostly
And
people.
now burning in England.
Is this Agnes Nutter?
Where is the hag?
In her cottage. She suspects nothing.
She turned me into
Check it out
a
with the
newt!
prince.
You know, I
Issue.
actually
Which
never
one is
watched
prince?
those
Printed all over.
movies until
And
I
what was
was
the result?
about in my early 20s.
She said, so they don't call you adultery pulsiter.
They do not.
Yours, Agnes Nutter.
Okay, yes, this is her.
She says running each morning in an unladylike manner around the village.
She's just exercising. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how the Salem witch trials were back in the day.
She said we should get more fibre in our diet. I told her. I said it's hard enough picking out the gravel.
She is obviously mad.
Or just a little bit before her time, which is the problem with, once again, most of the Salem witch trials. She was helpful and told me how to improve my health with herbs and, you know, daily health maintenance. She's obviously evil. People dead-ass treat doctors like that during the pandemic. Don't even get me started.
Not tardy. I should have been aflame 10 minutes since. Right.
Oh, the balls on this woman. Ah, there they go.
Among the folk from the next village, there was much subsequent debate as to whether this disaster had been sent by God or by Satan.
Or by methane gas.
Had been materially helped by Agnes's petticoats, in which she had concealed 50 pounds of gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
And 30 pounds.
So
in
that's why
years.
she was...
Dear Mistress Nutter,
We take great pleasure in enclosing your author's copy of your book.
The publishing note every author wants to hear.
In December 1980.
Oh, okay, they're not going to understand this.
No man invest thy money in Master Job's machine, and good fortune will tend thy days. I mean, this is bold.
No, listen to it. Listen to it.
On the night the Antichrist was born, in a house in Malibu, Agnes Nutter's great-great-great-great-granddaughter was drawing
living large, apparently.
And metaphorically,
my mom bought 5,000 shares in Apple in 1980. That's worth 40 million today.
That's why we live in this giant fucking house.
You see, she's got special plans for you, mi amor.
Yeah, death.
You're the one that's going to have to save the world.
Okay, yeah. Can she stand that kind of pressure? She's like 8.
I just changed the plug. It'll work now.
Nope.
Oh, don't worry, love. It's not as if it's the end of the world.
Print it out for me and then I could do the sums on paper.
Oh.
I've registered a complaint with HR about this whole training initiative nonsense.
Oh, well. Cursed. Oh, bless his heart. I kind of feel sorry for him.
My name's not actually Dick. It's the car's name. You can ask me why if you like.
It's a Superman reference. Dang. Your great-great-great-great-grandfather was not kind to you, buddy.
Anathema device?
Anathema device. It's an old
Anathema device. I just...
visit to the United Kingdom?
That's good.
Oh, I'm commanded by an ancient family prophecy. I'm going to use all the wisdom and witchcraft at my disposal to hunt down the heart of darkness, and then do all that I can to destroy it before it brings about the end of the world.
I'm sorry?
Huh? Yeah, what?
Hey, I'm talking about witches. Aye.
Oh, you caught him at just the wrong moment. He really does. That is one part of his family legacy he does not need to be reliving.
Not is there a witchfinder colonel, a witchfinder major, not even a witchfinder captain.
Nah, he seems like he's the only one. He just wants a job that doesn't involve computers, bless him.
How many nipples have you got? What?
Pardon me?
Nipples. Be here at 11 o'clock tomorrow. Bring scissors.
Pardon me? What? You asked me about nipples and then you told me to bring scissors. Sir? 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 Sir?
What a gorgeous village, huh?
Is she wearing... Does she have fake freckles? The Heart of Darkness. I kind of love her, I'm not gonna lie.
But you know, I've told you all about leaf spots. I will not stand for them.
Okay, he's tending to his plants like an emotionally abusive mother.
You guys, grow better!
I feel like this is just the general advice to humanity.
Also, the most terrified.
Yup. You couldn't just make it easy and throw him into the incinerator?
Well, there really is no need for that kind of language.
That's just customer service in general. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Oh.
Hello. I'm here about the advert.
A madam.
My knees are what they were.
So if you want to blow, you need to lay down.
It can take me half an hour to squeeze into the leather pinny.
I'm sorry?
Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. We respect sex workers here, but that's not what we're here for.
When you recruit, Mr. Shadwell, look.
Away with you, harlot. Scarlet woman. Jezebel.
She's helping you out, bitch.
We used to be powerful. We used to be important.
But you were still idiots no matter how important or powerful you were.
And you know what our first weapon is?
What would that be?
Oh,
the Aquabus? God, he walks like that everywhere he goes.
What?
Hello. When you did the baby swap 11 years ago, could something have gone wrong?
Yes. Yes, very much so, actually.
You've lost the boy. We've lost.
Okay, no.
Have a nice hand to him. He happens to everything.
So we only have to
like every 11-year-old boy, I see.
Music. What's a velvet underground?
Okay. Yeah, no.
Bebop.
Yeah, we'll put it that way.
Our dog doesn't like me. It pretends I'm not there. Did you know?
That's probably why.
In America, they have shops that sell 39 different flavors of ice cream.
It's 31, actually.
All that stands between Wensleydale and chartered accountancy is time.
Oh.
Pepper's given first names were Pippin Galadriel Moonchild.
Checks out.
Pepper's mother returned to Tadfield and enrolled in a sociology course.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Strawberry and vanilla and chocolate.
They have that. They have that. That's called Neapolitan.
Shut up. I'm trying to tell you things.
Shut up, both of you.
We invented science, and all the vicars set fire to the witches for their own
No,
good.
science has always existed. We discovered science, honey.
I don't reckon it's allowed going around setting fire to people. Otherwise, people would be doing it all the time.
They do it all the time, actually. It's called arson.
We could be the new Spanish Inquisition.
Wow.
Leave it to me.
Wow. Are you sure these kids aren't the Four Horsemen? Because I feel like these kids are immediately just menaces.
Rather good organization.
Yeah, sure. Totally were planted there in the first place. Where'd you learn that one? Yeah, for my money, it was just a mistake, asshole.
I am Chief Inquisitor, Brian is Head Torturer, and we're trying to find a witch.
Sounds very sensible.
She's like, okay, all right.
How do you do that?
Olé!
Ole? What's wrong with these children?
No one's saying you can't be a witch, but you just have to say you're not a witch. There's no point taking all this
it's
trouble
like the...
if you're going to go around saying yes the
when
minute
they
we ask you.
that's very apropos to like when they suspended witches in midair and swung them back and forth.
All the work. Well, his dog, I mean, he's a beast. Hold on, say hello.
Aww.
Not what I was
Oh, why is the hellhound adorable?
I have to tell them what to do.
So that's what they mean by witch hunting. Taking turns on the tire swing.
This doesn't look like a hospital, and...
No, because it was burnt to death.
Blue.
Oh, it's paint.
Bloodiest looking paint I've ever seen.
I know what you think you're playing at.
That's simple.
I've kept this in tip-top condition for over 180 years now.
Yeah, you're an angel. I'm sure you can do some stain lifting.
Well, I would always know the stain was there. Underneath, I mean.
But that had a little more meaning than just trying to convince Crowley to do it for him.
They're in the right hands. Then they give weight to a moral argument. I think.
Jesus.
An initiative which allowed their employees to fire paintballs at any colleagues who irritated them. Until 11 years ago, the manor was used as a hospital by an order of St.
I knew she lives. Y'all, I knew she lives. I knew Sister Mary Loquacious survived to see another day.
They wanted real guns, so I gave them what they wanted.
Oof. Norman, honey. Wow. War's even getting to the... Ooh.
They're murdering each other?
Well, they murdered one guy.
No one's killing anyone. They're all having miraculous escapes. Wouldn't be any fun otherwise.
You really are quite a nice...
Shut it. I'm a demon. I'm not nice.
I'm evil. I'm evil. I'm the heart of darkness.
Sorry to break up.
You didn't have to do that. You could have just asked her.
Hey, listen, she seemed happy to answer your questions. I'm just saying.
He used to be ambassador to Swindon.
Oof. No, that's not how that works.
This American ambassador, what was his name? Where did he come from? And what did he do with the baby?
I don't know.
Why would she know?
We were very good at keeping records.
Well, where are they?
Burnt.
Well,
He had lovely little toesy-woesies.
awake, having had a...
Oh God, everyone's getting arrested. Well, Sister Mary Loquacious is going to jail.
Angels aren't occult, we're ethereal.
Nope. Depending on what system of belief you prescribe to, they are definitely a cult.
Armageddon only happens once, you know. You don't get to go around again until you get it right.
Well, depending on, once again, what religion you prescribe to, yes you do. Over and over and over until you get it right.
End everything.
This is because most books on witchcraft are written by men.
Truth. She looks cold. I mean, she's in Europe, and she's from Malibu, so yeah, it makes sense. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we gonna end up hitting an anathema with a car? Oh God! We've hit the only person who can save us with a car! So Aziraphale is useful when he wants to be. Oh. Changing his car.
Out of the question. There's nowhere to put the bike.
Except for the bike rack.
I'ma fight you. Y'all hit me with a car!
Oh Lord, heal this bike.
I
got carried away.
He just wanted to make things better. Leave him alone. So now she thinks, oh shit. You would think with how important that book is, she would make sure she has it.
Any progress in finding the
young beast and the lesser beast?
You've already found them. You talked to them for quite some time, actually. Once again, you think as important as that book was to her family, she double-checked that she has it. Aziraphale loves sweets. Same.
Hardly human. Other humans might be able to sense him.
He's the Antichrist. He's got an automatic defense thingy.
No, Aziraphale is on the right track.
Off him, like, whatever it is, water slides off.
A duck's back.
One single better idea.
You're the one who messed this up. You want to help more?
Adam asked if he could have him in his room, but I said absolutely not. Absolutely not. I said.
She's gonna put the dog in his room.
It's quite sweet, you know, when he's asleep.
When he's asleep.
When he's asleep. Network of highly trained human agents spread across the country.
I actually have something similar.
Oh!
So we tell our respective operatives to look for the boy. Unless you have a better idea.
Ducks!
What about ducks?
They're what water slides
off. Yeah. I have to say, the chemistry is impeccable.
You alright?
Perfectly, yes. Tip-top.
I don't want you to see this.
Tickety-boo. Mind how you go.
I'm British and I don't understand that. What'd you just say?
Nostradamus had signed, "To mine old friend Aziraphale with best wishes." Mother Shipton had spilled drink on his copy of her book. He even owned an original scroll in the handwriting of St. John the Divine of Patmos.
Aren't these all people that were executed?
Revelation had been the all-time bestseller.
Revelation, yeah, I'm sure.
Open thine eyes and read, I do say, foolish principality, for thy cocoa doth grow cold.
Your hot chocolate. You left your hot chocolate on the countertop, my guy. And there are a lot more pages. He is not what he says he is. Oh, that's going to be important.
Call me if you find anything.
Absolutely. Why would you think I wouldn't?
Aziraphale is lying for probably not the first time.
And his number is 600,306. It can't be that simple, can it?
Maybe.
Dad, look! I got Dog to walk on his hind legs.
Sorry, right number.
Of course he couldn't lie then. Hey, you have the number now! Might be too late though. Okay, so we're getting a little bit deeper into the story, and I think I understand a little more now. This reminds me of what I said before about humans being silly little decision makers. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Okay, actually, no, that's not necessarily true. It's not that there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just that humans are going to make decisions, and those choices, to someone who is looking from the outside, be it the reader, the viewer, or some supernatural omniscient power, we're gonna seem silly. I prefer to think of it as adaptable, but you know, that's just one black woman's opinion. Whatever. So a bunch of little things are coming up in the plot that I feel like are going to converge, like most character-driven stories, because even though the apocalypse is sort of the framing of this story, this is still very much a character-driven story, not a plot-driven story, because Aziraphale and Crowley do not have to do any of this. They could have just let it happen like their superiors want them to. But no, they're making the choice to stop the apocalypse and keep this from happening. We have Newton, I believe was his name, who is the witch hunter. Then we have Anathema, who is the witch. And then we have Aziraphale and Crowley talking about their unsophisticated human recruits. Let's be honest here, Anathema might be rich, but she is not sophisticated. She is actually very intense. Newton and the witch hunter brigade, which I'm assuming is Aziraphale's people. Of course, this show does like to turn people's expectations on their head, so it might be the other way around. But either way, then we also have the witch hunters, who are going to clearly involve themselves in the story somehow. I'm assuming that those are the human recruits that Crowley and Aziraphale are going to get to find the boy, who is most likely going to start wreaking havoc any day now. His parents seem to be a bit frustrated with him. They clearly love him, but he is clearly a very interesting child, and his friends are only going to enable him because they're 11 years old and they want to belong to a group, naturally. So This is, I kind of like this, and I really love the satirical angle of it as well. And once again, this makes me want to go back and read the book. So, and who knows, I might on one of my read aloud streams. Don't know when I'm gonna do those again, who knows. Also, I am looking to get to 1,000 subscribers, and that is going to be happening very soon. And when I do, oh, sorry. I want to do a Q&A videos. Ask me questions. You can send them to me on Discord. You can send them to me on Patreon. You can send them to me in the comments, especially even questions about voice acting, even though I'm not necessarily as experienced as most voice actors on YouTube are. Anything except my personal life. With that being said, please like if you like this video. Please subscribe if you really like this video and you would like to see more. You can find me on every piece of social media, Tumblr, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, but mostly Tumblr and TikTok because fuck Twitter. If you would like to support the channel, you can find me on Patreon. The link is below, and currently we are finishing up Nirvana and Fire. I just got past Dringery's birthday and I am emotional. You also get full uncut reactions of each series on Patreon as well, and a day early. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Remember, do no harm, take no shit.